What is going on, everybody? This is Josh and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to give you my quick picks for the top 10 upcoming films of 2019. So let's kick it off by starting off with number 10 being the film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. This is now the 9th film, I believe, in the Quentin Tarantino filmography. This is a movie that I am super pumped for. I am super pumped for the cast, the fact that the film takes place during Helter Skelter, the Manson family murders, and all that kind of stuff. I am super pumped to see what he's got up his sleeve taking on a true story. So we haven't seen that in any of his films lately, so here's hoping he can knock this one out of the park. And then coming in at number 9, we have Godzilla, King of the Monsters. I'm a huge Godzilla fan. I've been a fan of Godzilla since I was a kid, and I first originally saw the original, I think, 1968 film, Son of Godzilla. That was actually the original film I ever saw, and ever since then I was hooked on Godzilla. This movie looks epic beyond comparison to any other film probably on this list, and I am super, super excited for this movie. I actually love the 2014 film, and I got nothing but high hopes for this one. And now coming in at number 8 is a little bit of a controversial one. This one is Joker, the new Joker standalone movie starring Joaquin Phoenix. Now, I know a lot of people have got their opinions on whether or not this is actually even a Joker origin story, or if this is possibly a Joker film that's going to be, you know, leading up to who the Joker really is, that this is just basically an influential character on who the Joker actually is. If that's what the film is going to be, bring it on. I'm still down for this movie. I still want my money definitely taken away from me to see this film. So that is definitely number 8 on my list. Now, number 7 was one I didn't know if I was going to put on my list immediately, but number 7 for sure that I know I'm excited for is Hellboy. Now, the trailer dropped for this movie just a couple days ago, and when I saw the trailer, I originally thought, oh, I don't know. I'm not the hugest fan of the original two. I do like them for what they are, but this one, I'm definitely pumped for. I love David Harbour, who's playing Hellboy. If you know him, he's from Stranger Things. So I really think that he's going to pull this off. I think the film's got a lot of humor. It's going to be a hard rated R. So lots of gore, lots of violence. It's going to be, I think it's going to be one of the best summer action flicks definitely this year. And then number 6 was a movie, I didn't know if I wanted to put this or Escape Room on my top 10 list, but I think this movie's going to fare better than Escape Room, and that is Pet Sematary. I had seen the original film a couple of years back for the first time, and I loved it. I absolutely loved the original movie. When I saw the trailer for this one, this is definitely going to be, I feel like it might live next to it. Definitely probably won't be above the original movie, but definitely will be a lot of fun. I love the cast. I love Amy Seimetz, John Lithgow, and Jason Clarke. I think the film had great casting. I think that as far as Stephen King adaptations go, they're really starting to bring it back to what horror is instead of making them cheeseball films. So I'm definitely excited for Pet Sematary. And then now coming into my top 5 films of the year for me. Now, this one I felt like should have been higher on the list, but nonetheless, it doesn't take away for how excited I am for this movie, and that film is Glass. I am so pumped for this final film and what this trilogy is supposed to be. The fact that we got split and we had no idea it was a sequel to Unbreakable. That alone was one of the greatest twists I have seen in a movie, and it was one of those mind-blowing moments. So pumped to see where this movie is going to end, how it all comes together, and I'm definitely excited to see Bruce Willis and Sam Jackson back on the screen together, playing these two very now iconic roles. I definitely am super stoked for this movie. And then number 4 is going to be It Chapter 2. I loved the first movie. I thought the first movie was so good, so well acted, such a great story. The effects were amazing. Pennywise totally exceeded my expectations, and I think exceeded everybody else's expectations. So I think this one also is going to be supposedly diving into a bit of his history. So I can't wait. I cannot wait for September when this movie rolls around. Now, coming in at number 3, we have a movie that is going to be on everybody's top number 1 on their list. I guarantee it. Avengers Endgame. I am so ready to finally come to a close with this phase of the MCU. I am so ready to see who lives and who officially dies, and who, and who's going to move on to the next phase of the MCU, where we're going to go from here. I think this movie is going to set itself up for the next 20 films on the MCU's plan list. So I really can't wait to see how this movie is going to end, and I think it's going to be definitely the epic of the year. By far, it's probably going to be the biggest action movie of the year, probably next to Godzilla King of the Monsters, in my personal opinion. Now, coming in at number 2 is a movie that takes me way back to my childhood, and that is Pokemon Detective Pikachu. When I saw this trailer and I saw Pikachu in live action form for the first time, I was immediately sold. I didn't even need to see the rest of the trailer. I was already like, done deal. I'm seeing this movie. Nothing's gonna stop me from seeing this movie. I am a huge Pokemon fan, and well, okay. I'm not a huge Pokemon fan anymore, but I still am a fan nonetheless. And it just kind of rekindled my interest for this franchise, and it made me want to go back and revisit the video games, revisit the old movies, and even the TV show, the original TV show, not anything that's going on now. But I nonetheless am super stoked to see what this movie is going to bring to the table, and if we're going to get future installments telling their own Pokemon stories, where maybe it's its own universe and stuff like that has nothing to do with this film in particular, but definitely goes its own route from here on out. So definitely looking forward to that film. And now my number 1 pick of the year. This is the movie I cannot wait for. I have been thinking about it ever since I saw the second film. Now, I'm going to give you just one single second before I tell you. Guess what it is? John Wick Chapter 3. I am so pumped for this movie. I'm so ready for this movie. It sucks that this is now a closing film to a trilogy. But I just also read an article saying that the director Chad Stahelski and Keanu Reeves want to continue this universe with multiple John Wick films. They have ideas already going for where they can go with it after John Wick 3. And it's like, well, if that's the case, let's get that movie its box office money. Let's get it that money so we can see more John Wick films. This is definitely one of my favorite action series of all time. I adore these movies. I think they're so much fun. They're a total blast. The fact that we got Angelica Houston, Halle Berry joining the cast, it's just, to me, it's like they can't go wrong with this franchise. I think this franchise is almost damn perfect. It's damn perfect. And I'm so stoked. I could go on for days talking about this movie and how excited I am. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button down below. Let me know what movies are your top 10 of the year that you're excited to see the most. Let's start a conversation. Let's start a chat about it. But until next time, thanks you all for watching, and more to come very, very soon.